something happening and happening very fast to kind of alleviate a little bit of the pressure that is coming down on them?
The previous government, just before President William Ruto came in, part of the immediate, efforts they did to cushion Kenyans from the tough economic times were the subsidies, because they were quick and short programs that then were able to buy out the high prices of food commodities, and that was considered as a solution back then. But this president has indicated that, and I think it's from an economic point of view, when you look at it, he said, if you're going to spend 100 billion subsidizing a program, how about we use the 100 billion to buy seedlings and fertilizer? We can pay in a bit for a couple of months, but then instead of just paying 100 billion into subsidizing a program, we put that 100 billion into production. So the immediate areas they've done it, which is in agriculture, because when you talk cost of living, then you're talking of food, housing, and transport, which are the main things that really citizens would struggle with. And so the president has shown that. I hope they go through the plan, but the immediate ones will be able to cushion the production, because most of the farmers now are harvesting. So we expect maybe in the next 3 months or so, by January, most of, particularly in the high productive areas in the Rift Valley, in the western region where people have been farming, we are likely to be able to have more food. And also on issues of, like, say, fuel and oil, the way we are noticing it, because a segment like oil, many people do not understand, it's largely, aside from just local taxation issues, which sort of push the prices up, there's also the issue of geopolitics and the landing cost. There are three very important factors that actually determine the prices of oil. There's the landing cost, there's the local taxation,
the landing cost,
the cost of getting crude oil to the port. But once you get to the port, there's taxation, excess duty, and all this fuel levy, the charges that go with it. And then now there's the retailing cost, because then the small scale retailers will then pick fuel from the large importers to get it to the customers at the local level. Then he has to put in on his margin. Those are very, very, very important factors. So one area that they're looking at is to check on the subsidy or the taxation, and the government, I've seen it's a proposal, because it's a new government, and those are quick measures, because with taxation it only needs to, it's just a cabinet decision, and then it's implemented by the minister. So that's an area where they can quickly look at, because they can't really control the landing cost, because then we are not an oil producing company, much as we have some oil deposits somewhere. But we are currently importing majority of our oil for consumption. So that one is sort of subject to international politics. But then they can adjust us, because then fuel is a factor of production. So when you talk of cost of living and transport, there's a quick, a low hanging fruit. They're able to do that and see how they can regulate it. And maybe in order to reduce the cost of production for food consumption, and also the cost of transport for those who are, for everybody. A lot of people think that fuel is for only those ones who are driving, but those who are, including those ones who are using public transport, when the cost of, when even fuel prices go up,
because basically whatever you eat at home, there's a lot of fuel.
Exactly. So it almost, sometimes you see some ignorant Kenyans that will tell you, the oil prices can go up as high as they want. I do not care about it, because I don't have a car.
I got a question for you that this has been asked by